Aries, this week brings with it a need to step back and consider things before reacting in the heat of the moment, so that you might see how the present fits into the greater picture, listening to your intuition in relation to what is to come. You may have been blocking off your emotions to some extent, refusing to feel them whilst avoiding the truth about things that have been going on in your life. The time has now come to open up and try to see things from all sides, even if the thought of doing that creates some irritation within you, and even if everything seems to be going against you. Now is not the time to give up, because within you are the hidden reserves you need to prevail. Try to be fair in your judgments of people around you and handle any situations fairly and honourably. A water sign or more emotional woman around you will help you to do that, and this will see you feeling more emotionally stable than you have in some time, as loose ends are tied up and wayward elements are harnessed. Taurus, the start of this week may see you feeling guilty or worried about something you feel you should have done but perhaps didn't, and if you're struggling with such feelings, you need to work to reconcile them. If you've been in conflict with someone, look for the opportunity to call a truce so that you can forgive or be forgiven, as now is not the time to separate or stay apart. Where a disruption of some kind has occurred in your life, recognise this happened because it was needed, and although embracing the change might prove too hard for you to manage, at least try to find the positive in it. There's no point in resisting changes that are truly needed, or in clinging to the familiar even though you know it isn't in your best interests, so try to go with the flow, even if doing so feels uncomfortable at first, and being flexible is going to be the best way to do this. Balance is coming to you both physically and financially, so relish the excitement of every hurdle and embrace all challenges coming your way, and you will find yourself well rewarded. Concentrate on the long-term future, working towards a lasting solution and trying not to focus too much on any fears or worries you've been harbouring. Gemini, this week sees everything finally feeling as though it's falling into place, bringing with it the sense that things are as they should be until someone throws a spanner in the works. Some battles are worth fighting, others just cause trouble, so decide which yours is and either retreat or keep moving forward until it blows over or comes to a head. A new relationship or a new beginning to an old one will see life feeling a little bit more harmonious for the moment, and now is not the time to separate from a loved one or to stay apart. If you're in conflict, look for an opportunity for a truce and the chance to forgive and to be forgiven, and see the potential for bonding and creating harmony in your life. The time is upon you wherein your wishes might just start coming true, and you'll begin to feel more confident in relation to your future. Examine your life to see how its energy might work for you now. Be daring and brave, and take risks to get what you want. Look for the path that will excite you and push you beyond your limits, and then seize that initiative and let your enthusiasm take you to new heights. Even if you have recently experienced a tough time or a psychological blow, healing is now at hand, and you will find yourself feeling more able to pick up the pieces of your life, even if you're not yet feeling ready to embrace what lies ahead. Travel of some kind may be on the cards, and even if your situation is not ideal at present, this will see you moving to a more positive place, either physically or emotionally, as new, more hopeful conditions lie ahead. Now's the time to be real and centered, and to seek out comfortable, reliable experiences that will make you feel secure. Cancer. If you've recently been going through a very difficult time, it's important that you realise that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and this may be coming for you sooner than you think. If you need to forgive someone or ask forgiveness for yourself, then now's the time to do that, so set aside your anger and find peace as you begin trusting what your feelings are telling you. The time has come for you to start making some long-term plans for your future, developing new skills as you go, looking for errors and tying up loose ends, so that you can work through any issues that may have been troubling you, and reach a new level of understanding in relation to your situation, and experience the grounding that goes with such a revelation. You may have been feeling the impact of a past mistake or good deed, as the cause you set in motion now returns as an effect. The time has come to accept your responsibility for things and to settle your accounts so that the past cannot haunt you. So recognise your mistakes, make amends for them, and then start moving forward. Leo, the presence of a water sign or more nurturing man in your circle may leave you feeling quite stuck on many levels this week, and you'll have no choice but to surrender to whatever is going to be, as the light goes on for you about something that will see you needing to conform to someone else's way of doing things, and to trust that this is just the right thing to do. If you're facing a moment of doubt, or a decision, you need to believe in yourself and follow your heart, no matter how crazy or foolish your impulses may seem. A new beginning is coming for you that will start with a seed of emotional awareness being planted that will sprout into something truly special, and a water sign or more nurturing female around you will be there to help you get through any feelings of uncertainty so that you will no longer have to worry. If you've been feeling somewhat burdened just lately, you'll begin to feel more capable over time and more able to juggle any demands that are being made upon you, and this will lead you to the outcome you truly deserve. Virgo, a fire sign or more dynamic man in your circle will help you to feel stronger this week, reminding you that you have the inner strength to endure and triumph over anything that's been thrown at you at the present time. You may need to change your direction a little as you begin to reflect on what you're doing with your life and why you're doing it, so take some time out to catch your breath and look around. Compromise and cooperation are vital at this time, as is balance, particularly when dealing with conflict situations, and there is light at the end of the tunnel wherein your aspirations and goals will be blessed, but to realise this you must be willing to take positive action that will enable you to leave behind any feelings of vulnerability so that you might be in a position to revel in the delights of being alive when the time is right for you to do so. The time has come for you to leave behind all in your life that is no longer serving you and move on, releasing old patterns that have dominated your thoughts and emotions, whilst being careful not to overthink things. Libra, a water sign or more nurturing man in your circle will help you to get the kind of life you've been seeking this week, as his presence brings up a sense of happiness within you that may have been missing for a time. Everything is working together in harmony with dynamic balance, and you'll begin to feel connected and engaged with all that surrounds you, and more able to take risks in order to get things happening. If you've been feeling guilty about something, this feeling's going to pass soon enough, and making even the most tiny changes will make all the difference to you as you begin feeling stronger. So try not to despair or give up on making things right. Life is about to get better, and a move of house, big changes to your household, or a move of some kind will signify the beginning of a whole new path that others in your circle may envy. You will need to be patient as you move forward with this, as there are likely to be some things and little bumps along the way, but perseverance will get you to the point wherein you'll be able to accomplish all that you need to. Scorpio, the start of this week may find you needing to be clear-sighted, allowing your head to rule over your heart and trusting in your own authority as you seek out stability and the chance to work towards a secure foundation in life over the long term. It's important at this time for you to step back and gain perspective, particularly if you're facing an ordeal or big event. Slow down and get some rest as you risk getting sick if you don't take a break. An end is coming to something in your circle, and although you may feel sad and reluctant about this, deep down there's also relief and a sense of completion. Look for connections in your life, especially those that are one-on-one. Now is not the time to separate or stay apart, but to join together and work as a partnership. Look for the chance to call a truce, and also for the chance to forgive and be forgiven, or to reconcile any choices or tendencies within yourself. Seek out comfortable, reliable experiences that make you feel secure, and build a foundation of trust in your life, both inside and out, listening to your own common sense as you go about enjoying your body and the joys of material existence. Your dreams are ready to be turned into something tangible, and you can now attract all the wealth you need to get your projects going. An earth sign or more practical woman in your circle will help you to deal with any feeling that something is missing from your life. However, resist allowing her to handle things for you, and instead take matters into your own hands. Sagittarius, a child or young person around you may decide to dig in their heels about something this week to the point of being somewhat inflexible and obsessive, even if they know they are wrong. But now is not the time to let things come between you. If you're in conflict, look for an opportunity to call a truce so that you might forgive and be forgiven, and seek to reconcile any issues that you've been struggling with without overthinking them. Communicate openly and honestly, and make observations that are candid but not hurtful, taking the time to think before you speak and to step back and gain some perspective. An earth sign or more motherly woman around you may be doing your head in, but rather than having a go at her in a way that is tactless or rude, let your head rule over your heart in this instance, and then speak to her clearly and directly without being obnoxious. Life may be feeling too stressful at present, and this sees you needing to devote some time and energy to yourself so that you won't feel swamped. If you're stuck emotionally, find something to focus on that will engage your heart and mind until your path becomes clear once again. Capricorn, this week sees you questioning what you think you have in comparison to what you might think that you should have, and wondering about how you might break through the invisible bonds that seem to be stopping you from reaching your goals. There's a need for more planning in your life in regards to the future, and reaching out for help will see you becoming productive as you finally realise that you don't have to do things all by yourself. You may be feeling restricted or obsessed by a person, idea, substance or pattern that you know isn't good for you, and this sees you doubting yourself and your future, so now's the time to start doing something about this. Examine your life and think about your problems objectively, looking for solutions that are unjust or confusing and resolving to set them to rights, as you do have the inner resources to overcome any obstacles if you really want to. There is a real need for some alone time around you at the moment, a period of reflection where distractions will be limited so that you might uncover a deeper truth in regards to your situation. Aquarius, a water sign and more emotionally nurturing woman around you will support you during an emotional time this week, bringing an end to the way things have been in your life for a while now, so that you can find balance both physically and financially. If you've done something in the past that you're ashamed of or feeling guilty about, now's the time to let go of it, putting the past and its mistakes behind you so that you might begin anew. You have all that you need to meet any goals you might have, so be flexible rather than trying to force your way through things, and things will work out as they're supposed to. If you've been dealing with feelings of separation or disconnection, rest assured that things will soon pass, and that anything you've been feeling that you have lost is just making way for something new coming in. Life is changing and you may feel as though you're at somewhat of an impasse at the moment as you struggle with a problem or tough situation, but rest assured that you will find the answer if you can find a way to stand back and look at everything from a different perspective. Pisces, a new relationship or a new beginning to an old one will see you joining together with another person to work as a partnership this week, strengthening your connection with a significant other and opening you up to a new beginning, either creatively or intimately. You may feel quite vulnerable in ways as this starts to unfold, but trust in this chance to make your dreams come true, and you will automatically begin feeling more confident in your ability to get to where you want to go. Life is about to start moving quite quickly along, and a move of house or big changes to a household that are coming up may have you feeling quite scared, as it threatens to change everything for you. Don't allow fear to overwhelm you, however. Be daring and brave and take risks to get what you want along a path that will excite you and push you beyond all your limits. Step back and look at your life and your situation from a different perspective, as this will provide you with answers that you may never think of otherwise, allowing you to move confidently into the future with full awareness of what you're doing as you leave behind all in your life that is no longer serving you.